In this video, we will watch how Enablement's web-based dashboard allows us to create a process without doing any coding. This is even simpler than the whiteboarding process. We first define the process name. After we specify the names of the process, we specify the access rights of the process. We can specify the groups that will own the process and roles which can access the process for create, update, read, delete, and execute operations. We then specify the names of steps and roles who can access the steps for create, update, read, delete, and execute operations. So far, we have only named the building blocks of our process. Now, let's put them in order. Here, we can specify how they will be arranged in a process. We can specify their transition condition for implementation of business rules within the workflow, and if the workflow should continue in the event of any errors or exceptions. We can also delete any sequence should we require to do so, and view orchestration for a partial or complete process. Finally, here we leverage our existing IT assets with our workflow steps. We can specify who should get the email notifications if the execution is failed at runtime. We can make a step to wait for authorization or approval. We can specify if the step is not transactional and can be rerun in any case of any failure. This way, we may not have to execute the process from the start, and it can resume processing from the point of failure. For any non-transactional restartable steps, we can further specify if we want to rerun them manually from the dashboard if they fail. Or we can specify if the steps fail, should it be automatically rerun, and if yes, how long should it wait before rerun? How many attempts can it perform before logging an exception and exit the process? Enablement automatically builds the forms to let user input values at runtime. As we may not want to see output of every step, we can specify if a screen for displaying the output of a step should be built at runtime. Similarly, we may decide to persist the output of a step for building an aggregated report. The report can be displayed on the dashboard or attached with an email as a Microsoft spreadsheet, Adobe PDF, or HTML table format. Each step is made active by default for 10 years, and this property can be adjusted if required. For supporting integration of systems and applications which can support only single instances due to some locking constraints with big data processing or needs to be thread safe, we should select singleton. We should select multi-instances for limited server power situations with limited number of concurrent instances. For elastic cloud deployment scenarios, unlimited instance settings can be leveraged. Enablement provides further configuration for business-to-business integration scenarios for complex workflow to implement any rules such as dependencies on the other steps, or implementation of logical gates. Once executables are attached to all steps, Enablement builds the process in seconds and made us available to execute. No need to involve IT teams to integrate assets or implement any business rules. Let's check it out by executing the process to see if it works.